Chelsea Football Club was founded by Gus Meerson in 1905. After his death in 1912, his descendants continued to own the club until 1982, when Bates bought the club from Mears' great-nephew Brian Mears for £1. Bates bought a controlling stake in the club and floated Chelsea on the Stock Exchange in March 1996-27. In the mid-1990s, Chelsea fan and businessman Matthew Harding became a director and loaned the club £26 million to build the new North Stand and invest in new players. In July 2003, Roman Abramovich purchased just over 50% of Chelsea Village PLC's share capital, including Bates' 29.5% stake, for £30 million, and over the following weeks bought out most of the remaining 12,000 shareholders at 35 pence per share, completing a £140 million takeover. Other shareholders at the time of the takeover included the Matthew Harding Estate 21, Sky B9, 9 and various anonymous offshore trusts. At the time of the Abramovich takeover, the club also had debts of around £100 million, which included a 10-year €75 million bond out in 1997 by the Bates regime to buy the freehold of Stamford Bridge and finance the redevelopment of the stadium. The 9% interest on the loan cost the club around £7 million a year, and according to Bruce Buck, Chelsea were struggling to pay an installment due in July 2003. Abramovich paid off some of that debt immediately, but the outstanding £36 million on the Eurobond was not fully repaid until 2008. Since then, the club had no external debt. Abramovich changed the ownership name to Chelsea FC plc, whose ultimate parent company was Fordstam Limited, which was controlled by him. Chelsea were additionally funded by Abramovich via interest-free soft loan channeled through his holding company Fordstam Limited. The loans stood at £709 million in December 2009, when they were all converted to equity Abramovich, leaving the club themselves debt-free, although the debt remained with Fordstam. Chelsea did not turn a profit in the first 9 years of Abramovich's ownership, and made record losses of £140 million in June 2005. In November 2012, Chelsea announced a profit of £1.4 million for the year ending June 30, 2012. The first time the club had made a profit under Abramovich's ownership. This was followed by a loss in 2013 and then their highest ever profit of £18.4 million for the year to June. In 2018, Chelsea announced a record after-tax profit of £62 million. Chelsea has been described as a global brand. A 2012 report by Brand Finance ranked Chelsea fifth among football brands and valued the club's brand value at $398 million, an increase of 27% from the previous year, also valuing it at $10 million more than the sixth best brand. London rivals Arsenal and gave the brand a strength rating of AA, very strong. In 2016, Forbes magazine ranked Chelsea the seventh most valuable football club in the world, at £1.15 billion opening parenthesis $1.66 billion closing parenthesis. As of 2016, Chelsea was ranked 8th in the Deloitte Football Money League with an annual commercial revenue of £322.59 million. As of May 2022, Chelsea was ranked the 8th most valuable club in the world according to Forbes, and also 8th according to Deloitte. With an annual commercial revenue of €493.1 million, the club's recent accounting records highlight £26.6 million they lost in compensation to former head coach Antonio Conte for sacking and to pay off his backroom staff and the legal costs that followed. On February 26, 2022, during the Russo-Ukrainian War, Abramovich handed over stewardship and care of Chelsea FC to the Chelsea Charitable Foundation. Abramovich released an official statement on March 2, 2022 confirming that he was selling the club due to the ongoing situation in Ukraine. Although the UK government froze Abramovich's assets in United Kingdom on 10 March due to his close ties with Kremlin, it was made clear that the Chelsea club will be allowed to operate in terms of activities which are football-related. On 12 March, the Premier League disqualified Abramovich as a director of Chelsea Football Club. On March 19, 2022, there were 5 confirmed bids to acquire Chelsea FC, submitted to Rain Capital, which was handling the sale of the club. Some of these were a consortium led by ex-Liverpool chairman Sir Martin Broughton, a group of investors led by the Ricketts family, among them Joanne Pete Ricketts, Swiss and American businessman Hans-Georg Wissentod Boley, Ethel Partners headed by Portuguese Ricardo Santos Silva, and British businessman at Candy, supported by former Chelsea striker Gianluca Vialli. On 7 May, the club finally confirmed that terms have been agreed for a new ownership group led by Todd Boehly and Clearlake Capital. On 30 May, it was confirmed that the Boehly Consortium had completed the purchase of the club. The consortium also includes Wiss and Mark Walter. Walter and Boehly are also owners of the Los Angeles Dodgers, the Los Angeles Lakers, and the Los Angeles Sparks. The consortium was later known as Spluco. The transaction had received all necessary approvals from the governments of the United Kingdom and the Premier League and other authorities.